What's up, y'all? This prophetic dream. Just gonna go ahead and record it. There was this girl in my dream, and there was this situation that took place, and I heard the Lord it was like a lot of conviction was happening. It was two parts to this situation, two scenarios, two circumstances. But the first one stood out the most because there was a matter that was going on. There was a chosen one, a chosen fruit, a chosen vessel, a chosen nation. And so this situation, you got a nation attached to you, right? You are chosen. And Jeremiah 1:5, God says, for he foreknew you, he set you apart. He set you apart as a prophet, okay? Predestined and sanctified you in your mother's womb, okay? To be a prophet to the nations. So you got a nation assigned to you. And yeah, so there was this chosen one, and this person, she really was like chosen, and so she was trying to live a life that wasn't for her, and she was with this person, and this person, he may not been the one that God assigned her to, and it was like giving the fruits of mixed logic, and it was given very much so unequally yoked. And the woman, she kept looking into the matter of her fruits and where she was and everything about it, and she kept trying to speak from an angle that was in lukewarm Christianity. And so every time she did so, it was like she wasn't a bad person, but she was highlighting certain things that was of the world, and it was certain music, it was certain things that was, my God, need to be cast down. And so we rebuke, denounce, and cancel every secular thought and every secular music in Jesus' mighty name. And so she was trying to highlight what she was trying to, my God, speak from an angle. And I noticed, like, when you go and try to build a tower of your own, whether it's a relationship of your own, whether it's a home of your own, whether it's a foundation of your own, whether it's a job of your own, you ain't include God in that thing, baby, that thing will wash away like the sands on the seashore. So much so that it's not going to make a conversation that's going to be, my God, settled within your spirit. And so what I was noticing as she was trying to figure certain things out with her phone, and she was trying to show me certain things, and everything she kept pulling up, it was like unequally yoked to what God wanted to communicate with her about. And so every time she did, it was kind of like it was put down. And so it wasn't intentionally, but it was just like God was not, he was not pleased with it. And so as I began to speak to her, it was regarding certain things, and it just came flat out. And what I heard the Lord had me say, it was that he said God would not be mocked. It was saying God, he said, he's a jealous God, okay? And was saying, okay, when I'm saying the message, when I say it was saying, it was the message, but the message, my God, it was as if it was circling about this woman. And it was like, my goodness, Holy Spirit. And it was just so loud. It was like you just could not deny it. And it was just like, oh, Lord, what's going on? And so the woman, I tried to kind of like give it to her from a way that was at ease, and she knew that it was for her, and she tried to close the door because that person that she was with was getting closer, and he was hearing it, and she just started discerning the error, and she got up and she closed the door, almost tried to close the door so that he couldn't hear it. But see, that's when God had me come forth and say the word again, and he said he is a jealous God. He said put no idols before him. And then so when she did what she did, automatically her demeanor changed, and it was as if she knew that he did not belong to her. But it was the conviction that circled about her in such a way that God woke me up. And it was like, whoa, it was deep. And so I've been there before, and I do understand that, what fellowship shall light have with darkness, and I've been there trying to do things in my own way and became scattered before. So as a chosen fruit, your language can become mixed, and that conscience, could be very much so convicted. And so it ain't gonna get right until you make things right with the Lord. When you belong to God, there are certain things you just cannot do, okay? It's consequence to our actions. Chosen one, he loves us. Yeah, he does. And so he knows what's up ahead. And if you over here with somebody who is literally over there partnering with what? An enemy in their decisions, or a spirit of stupor, and you're chosen, and that assignment is an assignment to hell, yeah, your parent be mad. Yeah, you go out in the streets and your parent tell you, okay, you shouldn't be hanging with that girl, going to that party, this, that, and the third. I told you there's something going on about them. and she young, she don't mean you no good, and all they want to do is party, get, do these things, and yeah. And next thing you know, over there at that party, and you've been forewarned, and you love something happened at that party the whole time. Your parent been forewarning you. Then now, things like that happen. So we just want to be discerning. We want to be alert. We want to be aware. And it's the time that you do not want to play, because I'm trying to tell you, in the last days, Jesus is like, literally, there'll be two working in the field, and one will be taken up. Yeah. God ain't playing.